Episode 26. We see Asta and Leopold Vermilion taking on the terrorists, while Noel Silva protects them with a barrier. The terrorists manage to absorb Noel's magic and strike Asta and Leopold down. Just when things look bleak, the Magic Knights return, and Mimosa Vermilion heals Fugolian Vermilion. The terrorists retreat, but not before they threaten to take down the Clover Kingdom. Asta is captured by Sally, who wants to study his anti-magic abilities. However, out of nowhere, Julius Novachrono shows up and uses his time magic to defeat the mages and free Asta. Julius is curious about the stone slab and the jewels embedded in it, and he senses something coming. But wait, there's more. Just when you think everything's over, another mage appears in a blinding white light, and Noel Silva orders the priority to be strengthening the capital's defenses. Episode 27. After the battle with the Eye of the Midnight Sun, Asta finds himself surrounded by a bright light, and when it disappears, all the mages are gone. Julius Novachrono captures one of the mages for questioning, and they learn that the enemy is a terrorist group. The Magic Knights protect the medical ward, where Fugolian and Leopold are being healed, and they realize that Fugolian's pendant is missing. Leopold emerges and declares his ambition to become the Wizard King. Julius suspects that there's a traitor among the Magic Knights, and the captives have a protective spell around them. Rod Espirito and Sally plan to create an ultimate army of the undead to destroy Asta. Meanwhile, Asta gets promoted to 3rd class Junior Magic Knight, and Charmy to 1st class Junior Magic Knight. He also sees Yuno and challenges him to a fight, but Yuno walks away. Episode 28. We then see Finral plan a mixer and considers whom to invite besides Asta. He decides on Luck Voltia, and they are joined by Noel Silva, who follows them. At the mixer, Finral and Luck struggle with their interactions with girls, while Noel watches from the corner. Asta is left alone with a girl named Rebecca Scarlet, and they bond over their love for their siblings. A drunk man insults Asta and Rebecca, but Asta defends them and throws the man at Seke's table. Rebecca and Asta run outside with Noel following them. Asta asks Rebecca the point of a mixer, surprising both her and Noel. In the end, Finral and Luck strike out with the girls. Episode 29. We are then shown Father Orsi Orphi, who is pleased with Yuno and Asta's progress and sends them money each month to help them. He remembers finding them abandoned 15 years ago and how they are now the pride of Hage Village. At Black Bull headquarters, Gordon Agrippa reads his diary about his best friend Asta and how he became a member of the Black Bull squad. Noel Silva is annoyed with Asta's recklessness, but recalls that he has always been that way. Yuno, Klaus Lunetz, and Mimosa Vermilion prepare for a new mission, and Yuno expresses his desire to become even stronger and the Wizard King. Episode 30. Yuno and Asta both get some exciting news. Yuno's been promoted, and he gets a congratulatory gift from Klaus, while Asta's also been promoted and decides to head off to visit Rebecca Scarlet in Nairn. The Black Bulls get a day off, which means Charmy gets to show off her cooking skills with a meal featuring potatoes from Yuno's village. But things start to get more complicated when Gauche spends all of his money on gifts for his sister Marie and gets jealous when he sees her sister playing with Asta. He ends up attacking Asta, and Sister Teresa has to intervene and take Marie away. Later on, Asta goes to have dinner with Rebecca and spends the night there. But Gauche shows up again and attacks him while he's asleep. To make matters worse, Rebecca's siblings are now missing. Episode 31. We then see Rebecca worried about her missing siblings, so they all head up to the mountain to search for them. Meanwhile, Nage wakes up Marie, which angers Barrow. Noel contacts the Magic Knights to help, and Asta finds Marco lying in the snow. Barrow drains the magic from the children, but Asta defeats him with his sword. Episode 32. Seke Bronzatsa visits the Black Bull base, but finds it empty. He runs into Gordon Agrippa and Yami Sukehiro, who think he is there for the money. Meanwhile, Asta and Gauche Adelaide fight Barrow and Nage, who stole magic from the children. Barrow refuses to apologize, and Sally appears, using a homing device to track them down. Sally blocks their attacks and bites Asta to test his blood. Sister Teresa melts Sally's magic and reveals she used to be a magic knight. Barrow offers to fight with Sally if she heals him, and she agrees. He transforms into a mud monster, and Gauche takes Marie and runs away. Episode 33. Black Clover, Asta, and Sister Teresa must protect the children from Barrow, a mud monster. Teresa creates a leopard for the kids to escape, but Asta stays to fight Barrow. Asta manages to stop Barrow from grabbing Nage, but the monster keeps regenerating. Ghosh eventually comes to help, and they realize that they need to attack Barrow all at once to defeat him. After defeating Barrow, Hage collapses from a magical attack by Licht, the leader of the Eye of the Midnight Sun, who introduces himself to Asta and Ghosh. It is then that Asta notices that Licht has a 4-leafed clover grimoire like Yuno. The episode ends with Teresa sacrificing herself to save Asta from Licht's attack. Episode 34. Asta watches as Sister Teresa Rapwall dies and is confronted by Licht, who plans to destroy the Clover Kingdom and create a new one. Asta tries to fight back, but is no match for Licht, until Yami Sukehiro appears and saves him. The two engage in an intense battle, while Asta tries to protect the others. Yami teaches Asta about Ki, the life energy that the human body emits, which helps Asta defend against Licht's attacks. However, Licht becomes enraged and creates a magical whip that brings down the cave's ceiling. Asta and Yami rise from the rubble, swords held high. Episode 35. Asta and Yami emerge from the rubble, and Yami shows Asta how to use Ki to sense falling objects. Yami decides to go after Licht himself, but asks Asta to take care of Valtos. Yami and Licht fight, with Yami questioning Licht's motives and goals. Asta watches and wonders if he'll ever be able to surpass them without magic. Asta ends up defeating Valtos by throwing his weapons away and punching him in the face. Meanwhile, Ghosh learns that Sister Teresa is alive, and she transfers her magic to him to help save Asta and the others. Ghosh and Finral head to the cave, where they arrive just in time to reflect Licht's attack on him. Later, 3 people watch as Sally is being healed, suggesting that they're up to something. Episode 36. Finral congratulates Ghosh for saving the day, but Yami teases him for stealing all the glory. They approach Licht, planning to take him back to the Magic Knight's headquarters, and learn about the Eye of the Midnight Sun. Meanwhile, Noelle wonders where the reinforcements are, and discovers that the children have returned, thanks to the Magic Knights. However, Luca and Marco Scarlet are missing, and Nero leads them to where Sister Teresa Rapwall is being healed. Noelle learns that Marco is wearing Asta's squad robe, and is upset that she wasn't taken with them. In the cave, the Black Bulls wait for Finral's magic to recover, when Yami senses mana, and the third eye appears. Raya, Vedo, and Fana attack the group, breaking Yami's sword. Asta wants to help, but Yami tells him to watch as he surpasses his limits. As the third eye is about to take Yami out, 3 more Magic Knights arrive to help: Nozel Silva, Charlotte Rosalie, and Jack the Ripper. Episode 37. Noelle talks to Hage about Asta, and he decides to turn himself in to the Magic Knights to be friends with Asta. Noelle freaks out over Asta's safety, and Rebecca Scarlet overhears, thinking that Noelle is the woman Asta loves. Meanwhile, the Magic Knights continue to fight the third eye. Nozel Silva threatens to get rid of Yami Sukehiro and insults his hair. Raya decides to fight Charlotte, while Jack fights Vedo. Nozel sends a blast of magic towards Licht, but Fana blocks it. Asta shows up with his sword and slashes at Licht. Asta and Yami team up to defeat Licht. Raya, Vedo, and Fana seal off Licht's magic and escape. Asta passes out from exhaustion, and Nozel makes a mental note to remember him. Raya, Vedo, Fana, and Rade Spirito watch as Licht floats in a tube and discuss their next move. Episode 38. Asta wakes up to find that he has been healed by Mimosa Vermilion. Klaus Lunetz tells him that they were too late to help fight Licht, and Yuno says if he were there, he wouldn't have let the Eye of the Midnight Sun escape. Asta decides to become stronger, to become the Wizard King, and Klaus, Mimosa, and Yuno leave. Sister Teresa Rapwall wakes up, and Ghosh Adelaide is with her. Asta visits her, and she tells him that she'll tell Sister Lily Aquaria about his good deeds. Noelle comes to take Asta away, but he first stops at Rebecca Scarlet's home to eat her food. Back at Black Bull headquarters, they have a pie-eating contest, and Yami Sukehiro receives a letter saying that the Wizard King wants to see Asta at the conference with the other Magic Knight captains. At the conference, Julius Novachrono reveals that there is a traitor among them, and asks Asta to use his anti-magic sword to help them reveal who it is. The episode ends with the Magic Knight captains learning about the traitor. And that wraps up today's video. Let us know in the comments which moment you like the best in these episodes. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more interesting anime content from us. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you at the next one.